Hi guys, today I'm gonna speak about abs. First, I'm gonna answer some of the most common questions I've been getting about abs, and then I'm gonna show you how do I personally train my abs. Let's get it started. Start with the exercises or anything like that. Let's take a look at the abdominal muscles anatomy first. The abdominal muscles consist of rectus abdominis muscle, or the so-called six-pack, and the external abdominal oblique muscles, which we call the obliques. So there are also a couple of internal abdominal muscles which are under the abs and under the obliques, but since they don't play a big role in making your abs visible, we are not gonna take a look at them. So the first thing you need to know about abs is that you need to have a low body fat percentage in order to see them. It doesn't matter how hard do you train in the gym, and it doesn't matter what kind of exercises do you do in the gym. If you have a high body fat percentage, you won't be able to see your abs. So I suggest that your body fat percentage should be below 12% or less in order to see your abs. And the way you get your body fat percentage down is through cardio and diet. So you need to get your diet on point. This is the most important thing about making your abs visible. So the second common question I've been asked through the years about abs is that people were asking me, can you change the shape of your abs? Because some people have symmetrical abs and some people's abs are asymmetrical and uneven. And the answer to that question is no, you can't change the shape of your abs because the shape of your abs is 100% genetics. Another question I've been getting recently is about these EMS devices, electric muscle stimulation devices, and do they work for abs? And the answer to that question is that these devices are actually pretty good if you had a surgery and if your leg is immobilized and if there's no other way to get your muscle stimulated. And they are actually pretty good for recovery. I have one at home and I use it after surgery or after injury, and if I can't move my leg or something like that. But for the abs, they don't do anything more than just tone your muscles, so don't depend on them. They won't do anything, which are the slow twitch muscle fibers. So they don't have a big potential of growing like, let's say, for example, chest muscles. So the way you train your abs is actually not much different than any other muscle group in your body. You should train them with progressive overload. You need to add weights and you need to make the exercises more difficult in order to make your abs grow. There are two things you need to consider about that. And the first thing is about the weight. You don't have to add too much weight, because if you add too much weight, your hip flexors start doing the work and not your abdominal muscles. I suggest that you don't need more than one plate of 20 kilograms. So don't add too much weight. The second thing is about the recovery period. A lot of people train the abs every day, and I don't think this is a good option because as every other muscle, they still need a time to recover. Although you can train them a bit more often than the other muscles, they still need a time to recover. So the best option for me is to train them every other day. So for me, one typical abs workout consists of 3 exercises for the abs and 2 exercises for the obliques. When it comes to the reps, I always say that abs should be trained till failure. And when I say that, a lot of people are getting confused, so I'm gonna make things clear for you. For me, failure comes somewhere between 20 and 30 reps. So if you can do a lot more than 30 reps, you need to add a bit more weight, or you need to make a different variation of the exercises so you make them a bit more difficult. So the way I'm training my abs is very intense, but it's actually made of very basic exercises. I still believe that basic exercises are the best for abs. So the way I'm doing it is I go through all the exercises without no rest. I do one set of each exercise with no rest between them. And then when I finish the last exercise, I take a rest for 1 minute and then I do, now let's get to the exercises.